from Singapore. It began in the year 2009. It is Asia's first independent candy kitchen and sculpting hand-made candies for the customers. Made in Candy made their way in the Philippines by the last quarter of 2012. Now, they are on their first-year legacy of quality handmade candies. Made in Candy offers 30 different flavors. It's composed of individual and mixed flavors. There are about 21 primary flavors used in creating their candy. One of their best sellers is citrus flavors, banana, and bubblegum.
Twisted Candy is one of their competitors here in the Philippines. A store filled with candies that will caught anyone's attention. It's a small store with shelves cabinets of jars filled with candies inside. Like Made in Candy, there's also a viewing area where everyone can watch how they make candy adorable. Another competitor is a sticky candy. Sticky's uniquely talented candy sculptures create some of the exquisite confectionery ever seen, in a live show guaranteed to fascinate and delight your senses. Theater, spectacle, and mouth-watering sugar art come together in a way that will leave you gobsmacked and begging for more.
First, Made in Candy prepares the materials needed for mixing of acid, glucose, and artificial colors. It will be passed from the Candyman to the other Candyman through granite board. Candies will be molded by hand, which is the signature of Made in Candy shop, and will be based on the specific designs for the exact colors and savors. It will be put through balancing of taste and flavors, designing and stretching of ongoing making of candies and its assembly. It will be molded through the hot table to help create the temperature needed for the candies not to harden fast. After a while, candies will proceed to bottlenecking to produce smaller size and be cut by hand. After it is done, candies will be wrapped, weighed for the right grams, and then can be sold to the customers.
Made in Candy gets the raw materials from the warehouse. Before it gets on hand of the shop, suppliers 1 and 2 will distribute the resources or raw materials needed to the production or direct shop. Sometimes, the shops of Made in Candy will go directly to the warehousing if needed ingredients in a short notice. Made in Candy always get bulk orders to minimize time and cost as well. It will be inventoried on their kitchen, which sometimes causes delay, and be ready for the packaging and distribution process. After the procedure, it can be now delivered and sold to customers and buyers. During production, one of the problems encountered of Made in Candy Philippines is the fast hardening of their products. This usually happens with the flavors like peppermint. Another concern of their company is the candy waste. Sometimes there are failed batches or the candies doesn't meet the required standards of their production. And lastly, tardiness and absenteeism is the issues concerned with their employees' performances.
The researchers would still recommend the usage of their current backup plan, which is using the microwave oven. It is used to address the issue of fast hardening of the candy. It can control and maintain the preferred temperature of the candy. Next, eliminate the waste by reusing or reforming it as lollipops or candy cane. Made in Candy can also open kiosk stores that will only focus on selling candies. This will help lessen the waste of candies. Lastly, give employees recognition through awards and rewards in order to acknowledge their good performance. For absenteeism, ask for supporting documents to validate their reason and give warnings and punishment.
Introducing the very first own product, a candy that obtained the easy feeling made by a natural green tea. The green tea is sweetie, made from antioxidant leaves that contain antioxidants and beneficial polyphenols, known for improving heart conditions and balanced diet by weight control. The cucumber mint rock, also known as superfood, which helps rehydrate body and replenish daily vitamins, can be used to fight cancer, improve skin, and relieve bad breath.
First, Made in Candy prepares the materials needed for mixing of acid, glucose, and artificial colors. It will be passed from the Candyman to the other Candyman through granite board. Candies will be molded by hand, which is the signature of Made in Candy Shop, and will be based on the specific designs for the exact colors and savors. It will be put through balancing. After balancing, the product or candy will undergo the process of stretching. It should be monitored, and if the balance was not appropriate, it will go back to balancing. After stretching, it will go directly to designing. Next, it will go to balancing again to determine whether it is suitable or not. Otherwise, it will go back to designing process again. First, wrapping has been removed to consume time in creating the candy. After weighing of grams, if it comes out to be overweight, it will come back to cutting until it corresponds to the proper weight, and the final wrapping will be ready to contact.
Supplies will come from their one supplier where the raw materials are present that is needed in order to produce a candy. From then, suppliers will deliver the materials through the Made in Candy warehouses. These warehouses are a stash where numerous of materials in creating a candy are being stored. Bulk orders often happen when the inventory of Made in Candy reduced. This is the time where Made in Candy needs to replenish its inventory. When Made in Candy receives a bulk order, it will get the materials directly from its warehouse or in the nearest distributor of raw materials, which will give a greater time and lesser cost. In order to attain these recommendations, Made in Candy Philippines should evaluate and reassess their company's rules and regulations, supply chain process, and production of their company. Conduct regular meetings and consultations with regards to their inventory process and the performances of every employee to take corrective actions if necessary.
Evaluation and control measure comes with comparison of actual result to performance, conduct meetings to address difficulties in production, control of the data performances, and reports to develop and improve its production. Lastly, in order to have a healthier, high-quality product and services, it is important to monitor all the key performance indicators.
The researchers would still recommend the usage of their current backup plan, which is using the microwave oven. It is used to address the issue of fast hardening of the candy. It can control and maintain the preferred temperature of the candy. Next, eliminate the waste by reusing or reforming it as lollipops or candy cane. Made in Candy can also open kiosk stores that will only focus on selling candies. This will help lessen the waste of candies. Lastly, give employees recognition through awards and rewards in order to acknowledge their good performance. For absenteeism, ask for supporting documents to validate their reason and give warnings and punishment.